Wherever you may be in the world, we'd like to welcome you to the SoCal Athletics College Recruitment Event, The Showcase. I'm Sierra Briggs, and I'm so thrilled to be joined by my good friend, outfielder for Grand Canyon University, Gianna Nicoletti.
Thank you for the intro, Sierra. I can't wait to get started this morning. We're moments away from seeing these young athletes in the high school graduating classes of 2021 to 2024 display their skills and compete in live competition.
This entire morning skills sessions is dedicated to challenge these athletes with game-like situations where it will give college coaches a realistic perspective of where these athletes are in their skills.
SoCal Athletics and owner Bruce Richardson is no stranger when it comes to producing elite athletes. They have 11 national championships on their resume, so when it comes to preparing these young athletes, he takes great pride.
Without any further delay, let's get started with our first event, time speed from home to first base.
Number 1, Morris, 3.38. Number 3, Alonzo, 3.04. Number 6, Eskahuri, 3.12. Number 8, Adams, 3.28. Number 4, Morris, 2.95. Number 9, Langford, 2.88. Number 10, Moore, 3.32. Number 11, DeMemo, 3.13. Number 12, Lennon, 2.99. Number 13, Marakic, 3.29. Number 15, Wooten, 2.97. Number 2, Silva, 3.45. Number 4, Limosnero, 2.95. Number 6, Aguiniga, 2.92. Number 18, Griffith, 2.95. Number 5, Gilliland, 3.06. Number 14, Hernandez, 3.03. Number 20, Gutierrez, 3.54. Number 2, Weldon, 3.42. Number 22, Cabezas, 3.01. Number 24, Igawa, 3.33. Number 3, Smith, 3.45. Number 3, Delgado, 3.23. Number 6, Drury. 3.16. Number 4, Bayless. 3.17. Number 7, Verhoff. 2.83. Number 8, Hayward. 3.12. Number 5, Yee. 3.07. Number 9, McNulty. 3.3.
Now we'll be moving on to the pitchers and catchers.
Yeah, are we live still? Are they talking or are they already first two pitchers to first two catchers. So on the itinerary. No, on the itinerary. Yeah, that's the first group.
Okay.
The curve. So you got curve first, right? Yeah. Okay.
So in Group 1, pitching, we have Avari Morris. She is in the number 3 white penny. And on the left in the black penny is Bella Alonso.
You ready? Hold on. No, he's gonna throw curve. You're gonna throw curve. You're gonna throw curve.
First off, they'll be pitching a curveball.
Yeah, we're good. Let's go. Bella's gonna go first. Okay. You need to warm up. Keep going.
Bella's first.
Really? So, Sean, can we maybe turn them that way? Hey, we're getting a radar. No, no. Sean, I don't want him on the field. Thank you.
So we're waiting on the radar gun, but Bella's going to pitch first. And just a reminder, Bella's in the white penny. She's number 3, and she's throwing to catcher Jordan Villanueva, which is number 7 in the white penny. And then on the left side, you have Avari Morris. And then she's throwing to Mia Escahuri.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so we got the radar gun up.
Curve.
So as these girls are throwing, we'll just talk a little bit about them. Avari Morris says she wants people to know that she plays a very aggressive game. She wants to be in the game, and she always wants to have the ball, which makes a lot of sense because she's a pitcher, huh, Sierra?
Yeah.
And then the more we look in it, Bella, she says that softball is a very mental game, which she's right. It's all about giving 110%. As I've read through some of these girls and all their information, a lot of them talk about how softball is such a mental game. And especially with everything going on with COVID, softball has just become more and more mental, and it's all about being motivated and being able to work hard even though things don't seem to be going your way.
I feel like even in this time with COVID happening, it's very important to stay motivated right now because things have gotten tougher with recruiting and being able to contact coaches. But I think if these girls stay motivated, they can reach big things.
I agree. I also think it's important to remember that coaches are still out there and they're still looking, but it's not, you don't need to go to the big D1, you don't need to go to the Power 5 or the SEC. You can go to a small D1, you can go to a D3. It's all about where home is for you, and it's about doing the research and contacting coaches and taking your own initiative and working towards the goal that you want to achieve, obviously. So next they're going to throw a drop ball. I don't know about you, Sierra, but these girls look good.
Yeah, they're looking good.
So Avari Morris is a left-handed pitcher, first baseman, and she is the graduate year of 2023. She plays right now on Richardson 18U, and just a reminder, she is number 1 in the Black Penny. And Bella Alonso is a right-handed pitcher, class of 2022, also playing on Richardson 18U. So Richardson's got a stacked team. I mean, Sierra would know all about that. She played.
Yeah, it's a fun team to be on.
Okay, so they're going to throw the changeup next. So catcher Mia Eskahuri is a catcher third baseman from the class of 2022, and she's playing on Briggs 18U. And then you have Jordan Villanueva, who is a catcher third baseman as well, class of 2022, and she actually plays on Power Surge Walling.
I love how she talks about giving 110% every time she steps onto that field and trusting the process, because I think that's a huge thing with this game, is knowing that you're going to have your off days, you're going to have your on days, but no matter what, you got to keep working through it and just trust the process in the end.
I agree. Softball is a difficult game. You can have a really great day, and then the next day it could be really bad. So it's all about staying tough, staying mentally tough, because if you want to get to the next level, your mental game has to be strong.
I agree.
My dad always used to tell me, when you step between the lines, it's from the first pitch. He used to yell that every single game.
Rise ball.
Throwing a rise ball next.
Rise.
How many rise balls have you seen at LSU, Sierra?
Many. Many, many.
It's an important pitch.
Machine and live.
Machine and live. Sierra, what was your favorite part about playing on Bruce's team?
I would say being able to learn from older girls, because
Okay.
I joined that team when I was a freshman,
Okay.
and I was still learning the game, and I think it really helped me to put me where I am today, of being able to learn from older girls and watch their mistakes and learn from them, and even get their input on things I could have done better. Hey, do you think I
Sure.
could have done this better? Should I have thrown it here?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a huge part of being able to learn from your peers in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think even playing on Ken's team, when the 16s and 18s would practice together, it gave everybody that was younger an opportunity to see the 18U girls and learn from them and be like, you know what, okay, this is how I want to be. That's my role model kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so Group 2 is making their way out here. So we have Aisa Silva, Mia Montez, Emery Hansen, and Leia Canales.
Between the sit, have them just give like a second
Yeah,
or so.
I just told him that.
Just
Yeah.
for the radar.
Okay,
So
curveball.
Aisa Silva is going to be number 2 in the black penny
Fly
jersey.
curveball, okay?
And then we have Mia Montez, who will be in the white penny, number 5. And Mia Montez will be throwing to, let me check my paper. And double check my paper. I want to say it's Emery Hansen. know which catcher it is, but one of them's talking, and I love it. I mean, I've never pitched or catched, but
Me, is that 4 or 5?
I've seen a lot of times
5?
catchers talk to their pitchers during games,
Screw 'em
but I
all.
don't know how helpful it is, but I think it normally is pretty helpful. I don't know. Do any of your catchers do that?
Yes, all of our catchers. I think it's a huge thing with keeping the energy up with the
Yes.
pitcher and just helping her stay within herself and not thinking too much and knowing that that pitcher has her back.
Yeah. My coach always says that being in the circle is one of the loneliest positions because you're out there by yourself and you're throwing every single pitch. You cannot take a pitch off out there.
Yeah, having a catcher that talks to you throughout the whole game, I think that's huge.
I agree. So Aisa Silva is a left-handed pitcher in the graduating year of 2023, and she plays on Richardson 18U. And then we have Mia Montes, who is a right-handed pitcher but also plays first base, and she is a 2022 in the White Penny, and she plays on Briggs 18U.
Is that 5? Drop ball.
Okay,
Hey,
so
make
we
sure
can
we
finally
space
see
out
the
the
radar
time of
now, so
pitches,
let's check it out here. That ball moved. Oh my goodness. That was a good pitch. It says here, when you play center field, what's your favorite pitch to watch when it's being thrown?
I would say all of them, honestly. I would say change up.
That's what I was going to say. The
I
changeup
do like
fires
seeing
me
the
up out
changeup,
there.
Yeah.
Especially when they swing and miss.
Mhm.
I stand in center field and I'm like screaming my head off.
Yeah.
No 5 over. Change up.
Nice, we're going to throw a changeup. These girls have been averaging around 57 to 60 miles an hour, so we'll see how much their changeup switches. Wow. 48 miles an hour. That was a great pitch. I probably would have swung and missed at that.
That's a good looking changeup right there by Montez.
We're sitting right by Montez. We're sitting right behind her, so we can watch the pitch move. I don't know how people are pitchers. It is so cool how they do it.
It is a nice thing to know that how many pitches they can throw.
Exactly. The more variety they have, the more awesome it is to watch. And the more dangerous they'll be against the batter.
Is that 5 or 4? Rise ball.
Okay, rise ball, they're going to throw next. Sierra, what was the most important thing you learned at LSU when you first got there?
I mean, I learned a lot of important things. I can't just narrow it down into one thing.
Okay, well, give me like 2.
To be great, you can't just expect to be great. You have to work towards it.
I love that.
going all out in practice, doing the extra work on your own hours. I think it really pays in for the future for, like your progress and
Sure.
like, and everything you put into it towards the games. Like everything you practice goes towards the games.
Yeah,
And
I
I think
agree.
it's important that in every practice you play it as a game because, like who knows what you can accomplish in games if you don't practice it at practice or on your own time.
Exactly. I think the best I ever heard was buy-in.
Yeah.
At this age especially, buy into the process, buy into having fun, buy in to working hard and working till your legs hurt and just trusting the process and that it's all going to work out in the end.
Exactly. And especially in this time,
For sure.
making every single moment count.
Yes.
I mean, I know last year you can kind of like get like loose with it, but
For sure.
this year, especially because of the coronavirus, it's like so important to like just be in the moment where your feet are
Mm-hmm.
and just be in the moment and make every single thing you know count because now you really never know like when is your last game,
For
when
sure.
you know what I'm saying? So I think making every single rep count, every day count is
Mm-hmm.
gonna make a huge difference with your abilities.
Yeah, I agree. I think I learned that especially last year when our last game was March 11th. Like,
Yeah.
that is unheard of. So just working regardless and knowing that, yeah, if you play, you do it. But if not, it's okay. But you still have to embrace the grind, embrace the process.
Mhm.
Okay, so number 4 is Carly Limisnero. She is a right-handed pitcher outfielder, 2022, on Richardson's 18U team. She's going to be in the white penny on the right. And then we have number 1, Chloe Lockhart. She's a left-handed pitcher, 2022, on Briggs 18U, and she's going to be in the white penny as well. She's going to be on your right. Behind the plate, we have Kyla Igawagwa, Mia McNulty.
Is that 5? Throw your 5th one. Screwball. Screwball.
Screwball, they're going to pitch next. So Carly is going to be pitching to Mia McNulty, who actually is listed on my sheet as an outfielder, and she is in full gear right now, and I'm here for it. And then we have Chloe should be throwing to Kyla. So I'm looking at Chloe Lockhart's paper, and she said that fear is something that we struggle with our entire lives. And she's right, especially on the softball field.
I
There
think
are so
that is
many
so
things
true.
that
Yeah.
could go wrong,
She also talks about how not letting that fear control her game.
for sure.
Not letting the fear of pitching a ball or making an error, like just going all out, putting 110% in every single thing and not being afraid, just having fun with it, staying within herself and just playing her own game.
For sure. I think when I was younger, the biggest thing I struggled with was trying to be
Drop
too
curve.
perfect. And a lot of times that's what can lead to the downfall of so many girls and lead them to get burnt out because they're focused on being too perfect. Softball is not a perfect game. But the more you keep working at it, the better at it you'll get. But there's no way you're going to be perfect at it. There's just too many factors and too many things that could go wrong. But the biggest thing is to not let those things control you while you're on the field. If you make a mistake, shake it off and move on.
Exactly. It is a very mental game, isn't it?
You're right. Sometimes it's not the nicest. So I'm looking at Kyla's paper, and she talks about how teamwork and how it's one of the biggest parts of this game. You're not the only one out there. There's another 8 girls behind you working with you. So I think it's important to realize that the better team chemistry you have, the better off you're going to be as a team.
Yeah.
Change up. Change up.
Next, you're going to throw a change up. I think another big part of the recruiting process and just life in general is academics. I think growing up, Ken Briggs obviously stressed, and I'm sure Bruce did too, a lot on academics and getting your grades up and keeping your grades up, so that for some reason if a softball scholarship doesn't work out, academics is always there for you, and they can always give you money for academics.
Exactly, yeah.
I've seen a lot of girls go very good places because of their academics. My coach right now tells us all that you're a student before you're an athlete. And it may seem cliche, but it is true.
You can't play if you don't have your grades up.
Exactly. Exactly. And as fun as it is to have a really good game while a college coach is watching, they're still going to go back and they're going to look at your transcripts. They definitely do research on you. So it's important to make sure that you're at the top of your game, regardless of if you're on the field or if you're in the classroom.
Just being able to balance out the academics and the athletic part is very important, I think.
I agree. Well, because then once you get to school, you still have to balance it there, too. Your coaches aren't just going to let you off the hook as soon as you get there.
Rise ball.
Okay, so we're going to throw a rise ball next. I think this showcase is a great opportunity for these girls to come out here and play. I know a lot of them haven't been able to play, especially with all of this going on. It's been hard to find fields. It's been hard to practice. This is a great opportunity for them. I'm excited they're all here.
It has been hard. I've heard the stories of not being able to practice because there's no fields open.
Exactly.
But I know every single one of these girls is super stoked to be here, and I know they're all going to give it their all, 110%, both today and tomorrow, because I know they want to push themselves to show what they all got.
I agree. And you know, with a lot of tournaments getting canceled, this is their shot. This is what they got. And I know that this is big for them, and they know it too. And it's amazing to see. Sorry, I totally cut you off.
You're good.
It's amazing to see all the work that these girls have done, like throughout the week, and the hours they put into this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Keith. Group 4, let's go.
All right, Group 4 is up next. So we have Cristiana Arbayo, Rebecca Cabezas, Leah Canales, and Emery Hansen. Emery Hansen and Leah getting out here
I'll put those out.
twice now.
Yeah. That's the
Again, they're
only one
working.
that's
I'm here for it.
If there are any questions asked also about any of the players' information, you can contact Marlies Hornbuckle. You can call, text her at 661-858-9329. Again, that's for any player information you have for any of these girls. She would be more than happy to help you with your questions.
And she's awesome.
She is awesome.
Emery, only 5, okay?
Okay, so we have Cristiana, who is a pitcher, 2021 grad year in the blue jersey, number 7, and she plays on Johnson 18U. And then we have Rebecca Cabezas.
Oh, wow. Would you look at her positions? shortstop, second base, pitcher.
She does it all, I guess. And she's a 2022 grad year. She's going to be in the White Penny, and she plays on Break 16U. So Becky put on her page that her dad inspires her. That's so cute.
That is so sweet.
I love that.
Who inspires you?
Well, both my parents are watching this, so I should say both of them, right? But I want to say my little brother.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know.
Screwball.
So they're going to throw a screwball next. Who inspires you, Sierra?
A lot of people.
know.
Definitely my whole family, for
Agree.
sure. My sister doesn't know this, but she actually inspires me the most.
I love that.
She played college ball. I wanted to play college ball because of her. Grew up watching her play. Fell in love with the game because of her.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
She's going to make you pay for that, though.
Yeah.
She's never going to let that one go.
Nope.
Got 4, Emery?
So looking at Emery's page, she says that the challenges that she faces actually help her look for the positive in things. And I think that's a great way to put it. Because a lot of times, especially on the
Okay,
field,
drop or drop
your
curve.
challenges, they're going to throw a drop now, or drop curve. Your challenges are going to be the things that set you apart, and they're going to be the ones that help you grow the most. You don't grow from being good all the time. You grow from learning and picking yourself back up. Emery says she wants to be a physical therapist when she grows up.
Oh, wow.
I know. Good for her. I love reading all these player profiles.
They're all just so different with their
They
personalities.
are. But they all kind of have the same, like, what's the best way to put it? Like, attitude towards the game. They all want to be the good teammate. They all want to be the person that's there for them, somebody they can count on. I love that.
Change up.
They're going to throw a changeup next. So they've been averaging around 57, 58 miles an hour, so we'll see how much their changeup drops off. Wow, 38. Was a good pitch.
Hey,
These changeups are looking good. I don't
They
know.
are. I think the hardest part about slapping is having to see a changeup early. Or facing slow pitching as a slapper. I think because you're always trying to get out of the box so fast that it's like, oh no, the ball is much slower than I realized.
Yeah, these changeups are looking pretty consistent.
I agree.
And I think it's important because if it's 0-2 or 3-2 and you can throw a changeup, throw the changeup.
Throw the changeup, especially if you're confident in it. And I'd be confident if I were these girls. And I think being able to place the changeup is really important. You can't leave the changeup flat down the
rise
middle.
ball.
We are now going into the rise balls.
Oh, the favorite. I think the worst part is swinging and missing at a rise ball, which I've done many times.
I'm excited to see these pitchers in the games.
I am too. I think it'll be a good competition because some of these girls have played against each other, and
And
some are
of them are teammates.
exactly. But some are also younger, so it'll be interesting to see like how they match up with the older girls. Because if you look at it, Rebecca's only she's on a 16U team. So if she's facing an 18U batter,
Yeah.
it's going to be a good challenge for her.
It's good for them to see, though, the young girls to see older girls.
I agree. But sometimes the younger girls can match up, so that it's good for the older girls, too.
I think it brings a challenge.
I
I
agree.
think they challenge themselves,
For sure.
for sure.
So this is actually going to be our last group of pitchers before we move on to catchers throwing to bases.
Yes. I'm excited to see that.
I know. I love to see the pop time. It's my favorite.
Is that 5? 5 right balls? Pitchers and catchers are done. Catchers are going to throw down next.
All right, so the pitchers and catchers are done. I was actually really good. I liked that.
Yeah.
They did really well.
All the pitchers did well, in my opinion.
And they were topping out at pretty good speeds.
Next, we have the catchers throwing down, so we'll get to see these arms on these catchers.
You think we should have Ken run?
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
I'd actually pay good money to see that.
I don't think he would want to do
No,
that.
he wouldn't.